They say Satan's Hollow isn't on any map because the forest keeps trying to erase it. Trails shift, trees lean in, compasses spin. Even the air feels wrong, like it's holding its breath. But if you walk far enough into the woods behind the old quarry, you'll eventually find it. A narrow ravine carved into the earth, too smooth and too perfect to be natural. Locals call it a sinkhole, but the older folks shake their heads and say it's a doorway, one that was never meant to open. A group of hikers once tried to camp near it, thinking the stories were just small-town superstition. They set up their tents, lit a fire, and laughed about the name. But sometime after midnight, the forest went silent. Not quiet, silent. No wind, no insects, no crackling from the fire. Just a heavy, suffocating stillness that pressed against their ears. Then they heard it. A low, distant hum rising from the ravine, like someone chanting far underground. The sound vibrated through the soil, rattling their gear, making their teeth ache. One of them swore the ground beneath their feet felt warm, like something was breathing just below the surface. They tried to pack up, but the darkness around them had changed. The trees looked taller, closer, their branches twisted into shapes that didn't look like branches anymore. Shadows stretched in directions they shouldn't, and every time they turned their backs on the ravine, the humming grew louder, almost eager. One hiker shined a flashlight toward the hollow. The beam didn't reach the bottom. It just stopped, swallowed by the darkness like it was sinking into water. Then, from deep below, something answered the light with a soft, deliberate whisper. Not words, just their names. They ran. They didn't look back. They didn't stop until they hit the road, lungs burning, hearts pounding. When they finally dared to check behind them, the forest looked normal again, quiet, still, harmless. But the next morning, when they returned with the sheriff, the ravine was gone. No hollow, no sinkhole. Just untouched earth and trees that looked a little too straight, a little too evenly spaced, like they'd grown overnight to hide something. People still hear the humming sometimes when the wind dies. And if you stand in the woods long enough, you might feel the ground warm beneath your feet, as if the doorway is shifting again, looking for a new place to open.